Hello everyone. Recently, I have been receiving a lot of emails talking about the PMP exam. All project managers, they know that the PMBOK guide will be updated at the end of the year. So a lot of people are asking, what should I do to get my certification? So I want to discuss with you basically one question and three advices. And the question is, should I do the exam before the end of the year? And this question has no mathematical answer. Yes, no. It depends. So let me help you. If you haven't started yet, if you have not done anything, and the PMP is just a desire or a roadmap in your professional career, maybe it would be worth for you to wait for next year, and then you can do with the new edition of the PMBOK and the new structure of the exam. Maybe it will be helpful for you. However, if you have already started, then I strongly recommend you to finish and wrap up this cycle. And you know, I'm against procrastination. So if you are already starting working on the PMBOK, next year, maybe this concept will be less relevant for the new exam. So prepare and do the exam now. And this drives me to the three tips I want to share with you. Tip number one, schedule the exam. Schedule the test. Yes. I know what you are thinking now. I'm not done yet. I'm still studying. How I can schedule my exam if I'm not ready? My answer to you, schedule it. This worked with me since ever. And you should schedule with, something like non-cancellation option. Means if you cancel, you lose everything. And why I'm telling you this? Because this is the only way for you to fight procrastination. The only way you can fight procrastination is by doing this. When you schedule the date, you will find time to study. Trust me, you will find. If you wait for you to study and get ready and say, now I will schedule my exam, do you know you will do the exam in 2030? Because other things will just take priority. So when you put that, it will be a wall for you to reach. And one thing I want to share with you, I do this with all my exams. I like very much the concept of credentials, and I like doing them. So most of the time when I have, I would love to do this exam, I start backwards. I say, October 25th next year. This is the date I will sit for the exam. And then I start working backwards to make sure that I will be ready at that time. This is my first advice. My second advice, don't think that the PMBOK guide and the PMP exam are a memory test. They are not a memory test. Please trust me. I recorded a video that became very popular about the PMBOK, and you can watch it here. And in this video, I do whatever I can to make you think in a logical way. When you see an input, a tools or technique or an output, immediately try to understand why it's there. Why it's not in another place. What is the reason? And you will see that many processes are quite similar. So don't waste your time trying to memorize like a machine. Because first, these will not help you on the exam. Trust me. And second, these will help you even less in real life. When you face a project, it's not a memory test that you need to recall something to solve a problem in real life. So don't do that. Try to understand. Try to understand the connections and the logic of the flow. When you get to that, you will see that it's far easier to understand why that is not an input but an output, why that is a tool and not an output. There is a logic for that. So trust in your logic and your rational thinking. My third advice to you is do exam questions. Do these mock exam questions. Please buy some simulated test banks, go online. There are millions of them. I have no one specifically to suggest, but I have a very clear challenge to you. Do 1,000 questions, minimum 1,000. Not 200, not 300, 1,000 questions. And you can do this in 5 blocks of 200, or you can do 20 per day. You start with, I would say, no timing, but then over time you start trying to understand how much time you spend on each question. Why I'm telling you this? Because exam is exam. It's like driving a car and getting your driver's license. The day you are going to the exam, it's not comfortable, right, to being tested. You are, I would say, a little bit nervous, and this will happen with you on the day of the exam. So by mimicking the exam, you first will check if you are not missing any topic you should study, and you'll be prepared for that type of questions. The type of questions, when you are doing, I would say, 800, 900 questions, and you start saying, I have seen this before. I have seen this before. Oops, I have seen this before. I have seen that before. It means you are in a good point. This is a good point. Because, look, of course, nobody has access to the actual questions. But they cannot be completely different because it's just life. You know, it's not, they cannot ask you about, rocket science. It's project management. So there is a frame. And if you do that, you will be far more confident when you sit for the exam. So this is what I wanted to share with you. And I want to wish all of those who are really keen to get the PMP this year, do it. Trust in yourself, because it's great that you clean this and next year you start a new year with fresh ideas to go and to learn different things instead of just sitting on something and waiting until forever to get it done. So thank you very much, and I wish you all the best and good luck with the exam.